because I want to have this class actually recorded today. So let me log out here. Let me log in. And we're looking at slide number 2, and we're solving that equation for x. Oh, I always do that. Boom. Oh, we're frozen, that's why. We're gonna go to Thrive. Give me 1 second. We're gonna go to links because that is my webpage, and we're gonna go cohort 3, and here we go. So I need you guys taking 2.5 minutes right now to take a look at slide number 2, the equation on slide number 2, and solve for x. I'm gonna give you a paper copy. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so I'll go from the bottom, but like I might. Here you go. It's a little bit easier to insert your work and sort of keep yourself organized as opposed to typing, because typing them all out is terrible. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's just like not nice. No problem? Okay. Oh, Sawyer's in the waiting room. Let me get him in. Oh, no, he's not. This is still frozen. That's why. There we go.
Sawyer told me to let you know that the internet is bad today, so he may disconnect a lot.
No problem. You know what? Like, it works. So let me share my screen, and we're gonna get started. I'm going to pin me, and I'm gonna make me 1, and I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna pull up the chit chat, and we're gonna get started. Okay, so here we go. You're taking 1.5 more minutes to solve this guy for x. Anything you pencil?
I don't have it on.
Yes, you want it. No, it doesn't work. Okay. I did that last time too. Go ahead. Here we go. No problem, Diego. Once you get an answer, throw it in the chat. X is equal to, and let me know what you got. Okay, we're taking another 10 seconds for ourselves to solve this guy for x. I know. Don't look at that. Don't look at that right now. Just look at this guy. Okay. So, what is the method we think we might have to use to solve this dude here? What do we think here, people? I don't know. Why do I have their accent? Who knows? Avery, what were you thinking for a strategy?
That you do the top of the x plus 4 and then divide it by the denominator.
Okay, but can I, since this 4 doesn't have an x, can I actually add them together though? So you're saying add these together and then divide it by 2? I cannot add these 2 together though, because I have something that has an x attached and something that does not have an x attached. So I can only add things or combine things that both have x's or are just constants or numbers by themselves, okay? Good idea. That's a very good possible first move. Very good. Does anybody have a different suggestion? It might be a strategy that we did in class yesterday. I'm standing right in front of the camera, sorry. We use this idea of, I like to call it, I feel like, Bridget, are you there? I feel like Bridget would have. I'm mute. You guys can hear me, right? Or are we just like quiet today? Okay, good. I just want to make sure because I feel like I was just like, it was very quiet. Okay, so we're going to use this idea, this concept of cross multiplying, or the fun way to putting it is called like the butterfly method. This is also the chicken method, but like we're talking about the butterfly method. So we take, nice job, Bridget, very good. We take the numerator and we multiply it by the opposite denominator. Okay, we did this yesterday. Very good, Jada Ramos, the butterfly method. We take that numerator, multiply it by the opposite denominator. Bring it down, and it comes down. And we write it like 3 times the piece that's up in that numerator, x plus 4. Okay? And then the other one gets written as, what would the other one get written as? So I took that denominator, multiplied it by my numerator. It looks like this. What would my other side look like? Olivia.
2 parentheses 5x minus 8.
Very good. Yes, girl. 2 parentheses 5x minus 8. And now when I see these parentheses here, I have to do what? There's like 2 ways that you can say it. Carter, what do you think?
PEMDAS, basically.
There is going to be some PEMDAS going on. Yes. Avery. Distribute or multiply. You're going to take that number that's outside and you're going to multiply it by both of the pieces that are inside. 3 times x, 3 times 4. The other side is going to be 2 times 5x. Good, Bridget. 2 times negative 8. So what am I going to get when I do 3 times x? Huh? 3x. Yes, very good, Gina Ramos. Very good, Avery. 3x. 3 times 4 gets me. What? 12. Very good. Nice job, Avery. Plus 12. Good. Oh, I didn't ask a question that I wanted to ask. Okay, so. Now, this one is probably the more difficult of the 2 distributions because I have a negative sign. Okay? So I have to multiply 2 times 5x. What does that multiply to be? How many x's do I have now? Carter?
10x.
Very good. Yes. 10x. And then 2 times negative 8, Annie, is what? 2 times 8. Negative 16. Very good. And you need to make sure that you write that negative sign so that it looks like minus 16. Okay, now we got it to a good spot. I have, if I'm looking at this guy here, I have what, Olivia?
You have x's on both sides of the equal sign.
Good. I have x's on both sides of the equal sign. So if we think back to when you have x's on both sides of the equal sign, our next move with that, we want to try to get it so that what, Olivia?
So that the smaller one is like on the left side? Or I mean, so that they're both on the same side.
They're both on the same side, yes. And I don't want to say specific sides because then sometimes you have negatives. So you want to move the smaller one. Good, Olivia. Good correction. And she said that the 3x is the smaller of the 2 x's. Do we agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's the smaller of the 2 x's. So that's the guy we're going to move. And remember, when we want to move the whole thing together, it's either adding or subtracting. We're not going to multiply or divide. So like Bridget said, we're going to move that guy. It's a positive 3x by subtracting 3x from what? Both sides. From the 10x, yes, very good. We're going to subtract 3x from both sides. My box is like in the way here, so I'm going to go move it. Just give me 1 second. What are we going to be left with here? I want you to think about what are we going to be left with? Oh, Diego is trying to get in. I didn't see him there. Awkward. What are we going to be left with? Carter, help me out.
12 equals 7x minus 16.
12 equals 7x. Very good. Minus 16. Good job, Bridget. Good job, Carter. Yes. Fantastic. So now I have my x's all to one side. I'm going to use reverse PEMDAS to get the x by itself. So what am I gonna do to each side first? Avery, what do you think?
Yeah, add 16 both sides.
And why are you gonna add 16?
That's a negative 16 on my right.
And we want to move that number that's all by itself first. So to undo that negative 16, very good, we're going to add 16 to each side. We're going to get how much? Very good. Bridget said 28 is equal to 7x. Good. Now I'm going to bring this guy up closer here, like up here, just so I can finish him off. So it's going to be like 28 is equal to 7x. This is the tricky part. Isabella, how's that 7 attached to the x? So if I want to get the x by itself, undo that 7. How am I going to do that? Oh, you got it, girl. We're going to divide by 7 on each side to cancel out this multiplication. We're going to divide by 7 to get an x is equal to, nice job, Bridget, 4. Very good. Was that what you could say?
Yeah.
Yes, Olivia. Fantastic work today. Yes. Boom. Final answer, x is equal to 4. You might need to most people aren't going to do this on the slides though, so that's okay. Okay, so now I'm giving you okay, so it's not like the normal trigger warning. I'm just saying, some people are going to look at the next slide and they're going to be like, their brain is going to explode. So I'm just telling you that ahead of time. Trigger warning, but not like the most classic in the terms of how it's usually used.
I see a little bit of it.
Okay?
It's below the questions. No, don't do it.
I have to do it.
I was excited to do this.
I got it. Yes.
Did I decide to do this?
I'm excited.
Oh, you're excited? Okay.
Did not sign
I'm going to
up
keep this
for
up for
one my
another
brain
3
to
seconds and then I'm going to erase. Okay, remembering that there is a trigger warning. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to be contemporary, okay? So I got this guy here. Oh my God. I'm looking at this. So I know it's scary. So what I want you to do with this, don't look at it and be like, oh my God, she's going to ask us to solve all these. No. Your job right now is to take 2 minutes right now to look at this list of 10 equations. And I want you to pick out ones that are probably like the easier ones to do. And the ones that you're like, oh, heck no, I'm never going to do those. Terrible. I want you to give me 3 of each. Take 2 minutes right now to decide 3 that aren't that bad and 3 that would just like probably end your life if you had to do that. And you're not like literally like die, but just like be super tragic. Once you get your answers, you can throw them in the chat. Oh, so Bridget said it looks fun. I love it.
See, I agree on that.
Okay. Just an FYI, we're not going to do all of these today. We're probably going to do like 3 of them. But I have all the answers. I made a video going through all the answers. So if you wanted to push yourself and try them, I will make that video available as like extra.
Nope. Good.
Some people seem excited, so I'm going to put it out there. Bridget said this looks fun. I'm excited. I like the positive sort of piece there. I love that. Thanks, Bridge and Avery. Okay, we're taking another minute and 2 to pick out 3 that you like, 3 that you don't like. And then if you finish early, you can start to look at one of those nicer ones and you can start to solve it or start to think like, what's my first step going to be? Because that's what I'm always looking for you to do is I want you to be strategic and we can do it that way. I'm not typing, are you? So let's go out of everything else. No, I can just like switch tabs. I'm not, I got us. So you're doing this activity here on paper. You can actually close your Chromebook so you're not tempted. But you get what I'm saying though, Annie, right? Fantastic. Wonderful. We're gonna take another, it's a weird angle.
14, 13 seconds.
Hey, people at home, start to give me some in the chat. Throw in some of your easier ones. Let's see what people are thinking. I definitely have a few that I think are pretty easy after like the first step. Okay, here we go. Sawyer, I'm gonna throw Sawyer's up first and then I'm gonna call on 3 other people in here to tell me theirs. So Sawyer said his easy ones were H, J, and I. Olivia, which ones were you thinking were the easy ones?
E, J, and I.
E, J, and I. Okay, perfect. E, J, and I. Anybody else? Avery.
I had B, D, J.
B, D, J. B, D, J. Perfect. Okay. Carter.
I had like most of those combined. J, E, I.
J, E, I. Perfect. Okay. Now, my friends at home, awesome job, Bridget. Let me write yours down too. D, E, I. What I want you guys to do next is I want you to list out some of your difficult ones. Friends at home, throw them in the chat. Which ones were you like, you couldn't pay me $1 million to solve this? Carter.
DHF because they're the longest and
So-
I'm afraid of them.
D, H, F.
Yes.
Okay? Because they're really long. Good. Or some other ones. Avery.
I had A, F, and G.
A, F, and G. I'm 100% on your side. A is ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Oh,
Okay.
The A.
So Bridget said she said the only one she thought was hard was A. Boom. I love it. Sawyer said D-A-G. Okay. Did one more friend want to share out ones that they thought were the most difficult? What do you think, Olivia?
I said D, F, H, for Carter.
D, F, H. Perfect. And why did you say those ones?
Because they were the longest ones, and it just seemed like a lot of steps.
Exactly. Somebody gets my opinion.
Okay. And
Or
listen,
thinking,
I
not
completely
opinion.
agree with your opinion. They're very long. So, what are we noticing as like a pattern? Which ones do we think are like going to make it based on like this group here? Which ones are going to be the easiest that we want to do together? I think J is in almost all of everybody's, right?
Almost, yeah. So definitely J.
So we want to do
and
J.
I. And how about E?
Well,
And
I
maybe
is there a
mix
little
in
more.
a
I
little
is
bit
in
of
there a
B.
few more times. E is in there 3. I is in there 3. So what do we want to do? I or E?
E.
E?
Unless we do
And then we could do B.
Okay, so let's write them down. Let's go. So easiest, we'll go J, I, E. Okay, and then hardest, we'll say R. Which ones?
A.
Oh, God. Let's not do that one. Let me do one now. Okay, and then D. D's on there a lot.
G. And then let's
And
do
E.
G.
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 E.
Yeah,
G.
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 Yeah.
I like it. Okay.
Oh wait, oh no, never mind. There's G in there.
And then
Yeah.
F, but like that one's not, I mean, I love that. I love F. F's good. F is actually sort of not that bad after step 1. Okay, so we're gonna do now what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at J first, okay? We're gonna do J out on the next slide. So you guys are going to, at home, you are going to come to J here because they're each individually in their own box. You're gonna go control copy. You're gonna go down to slide number 5 and you're gonna paste it in. My friends that are at school, you can write it down on your packet and we are going to solve it. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. So, you're writing it.
Wait, does
You're
that
taking-
have to do-
Huh?
Are we gonna end up doing that?
I started it, listen, I started it with the last period and we got 7 minutes in and we were like halfway through.
Wait, we're writing down just J.
Just J,
Okay.
just J. We're gonna do just J and then we're gonna do some of the other ones on the next slide. So I got plenty of slides in here for us to do the math. Now I want you to take a minute and I want you to think, what is our first step going to be? Boom. You can do that first step once you decide what the first step's gonna be. And then if you wanna keep going, you can. You don't have to though. I'm just saying like, let's at least get the first step down. Whatever. Squidgy scratching. Oh. Avery. Oh, you're going for first step? Okay. Give me 9 more seconds and then we're gonna go. You know what's kind of funny? The last period said that they liked this one. They thought this one was the easiest as well.
As well. Why do you, sounds like it's not.
No, I'm saying like you guys both classes did this one first. Said this one was the absolute easiest. Okay. So what is my first move? Looking here. Avery, what were you thinking?
Well, I thought we would do the -8 times the -r and 5 because you can't like distribute the 2r anywhere.
Distribute, very good in that if you were so you could, Avery just said that. She said you could in theory, was this what you were saying? You could divide by -8 and cancel it out that way?
I was thinking you multiply that
Oh.
entire section on the right and then you.
Okay. Okay, I thought you were saying why we weren't going to do that. Okay, good. So we would distribute, good use of that vocabulary word, distribute that -8. So -8 times r is going to get me on the right side what? Olivia?
8.
An 8 what?
Regular.
Yep, a regular 8, a positive 8, and then we attach to it the letter
R.
R. Good, because 8 times R is going to get me an 8R because it comes together now. Good. And then I multiply -8 times -5 and I get, what do we think, Avery?
Positive 14.
Positive 14, no, positive 40?
14.
40,
14.
40.
Sorry.
8 times 5.
I don't know why.
Is 40. You're fine, girl. You're fine. Grab that calculator out of your bin if you need it. Is equal to, we didn't do anything on the right. Very good, Bridget. 2r plus 49. Okay? So now I want Bridget, I want you to unmute if you can and tell me, what's my next move here and why?
Next, you're gonna subtract, or wait, you're gonna subtract 2r from both sides because you want to get the r on one side of the equal sign.
Perfect. And we chose the 2r to move. Why? Because it's smaller of the two. Very good. So to move this, it's a positive 2r. To move the whole thing together, we have to subtract it from each side. Subtract 2r minus 2r. We're left with canceled. How much? Avery?
49 equals 6r plus 40.
Very good. 49 equals 6r plus 40. Boom. We're not done yet. So once I get my x's all to one side, Lily, I have to work in what? Reverse PEMDAS. So I'm going to undo what on each side first? Reverse PEMDAS. What am I undoing first?
Where'd you get the addition sign by the 40?
Oh, because well, good question. -8 times -5, negative times a negative gets me a positive 40. You see that? Good question. So, reverse PEMDAS, that's my reverse symbol. I don't know. Because I'm going backwards. I have to undo what first on that right side, Lily? What do you think? The addition. Yes. And I undo plus 40 by doing what to each side? Billy. Subtract 40. Nice job, Bridget. Subtract 40 from each side. Whoop. Oh my goodness, what am I going to be left with? I'm going to give people a second to think. Oh my goodness, this is tricky. I might need my calculator. Avery, what am I going to get?
You're going to have 9 equals 6R left.
9 equals 6R. Very good. The 40s cancel out. Very good. So now I have 9 is equal to 6R. I'm done. I'm done. Am I?
I can't believe that.
No, I'm not done. Darn. What do I have to do to finish this? Billy,
Don't you have to divide?
I always forget about that because I need a single R, not a 6R. So undo that multiplication by dividing by 6, divide by 6. Oh goodness. When you get your calculators, you're going to get an R is equal to how much? 1.5. Very good. Nice job there, Bridget. Very good on all those rules and all of those answers. Nice job. Carter, question.
I was lied to. You said it was over then. It was.
I thought it was. I always forget. I have a very bad memory. Okay, I don't.
I'm bad at reading.
Playing a game. But yes, you know what? It happens. It happens. Okay, so if we look at that easy list, I'm going to leave this up for another 20 seconds for people to copy down. But we're looking at the easy list. Which one do we want to pull off that easy list now?
Order.
I?
I.
We're not doing A right now. Not right now.
Why?
Because
Wait,
A
not
will
right
take
now?
A will take me will A will take us 20 minutes to go through.
Not right now.
A will take us 20 minutes to go through. Okay? So we said which one? I.
But I'm more concerned about the fact you're even considering doing it.
It could happen is what I'm saying.
No.
When she says could, she mean it will.
Maybe
No.
I don't. Maybe, but maybe not today. It's not going to be today.
I knew it.
Okay, we're looking at equation I. You're taking 1 minute to look at it, and you're going to decide what's your first move. What do you think? What's our first? Oh, let me start the timer. That would help. What's our first move? People at home, once you start getting answers, you can throw it in the chat. What's our first move going to be? Okay, 20 more seconds. Start to make more moves if you get that first move and you want to keep going. I'm going to have Olivia share out what she thinks. And 9. Boom. Okay. First move, looking at this guy, what do we think we gotta do?
You have to take the 2 and multiply it by the 2 in the parentheses. And so you'll get 4Q
Okay, 4Q.
plus
Yep.
and then you're gonna multiply 2 times 1.5, which is 3.
3. Good. So 4Q plus 3 is equal to
18 minus Q.
18 minus Q. Okay. Dang. Nice. Not too bad. Okay. I got this guy here. This guy looks a lot nicer in my humble opinion. It looks a lot nicer. Looking at this guy here, that is a Q, by the way, not a 9. So let me make this look more like, I'm going to make it like an uppercase Q because I think it makes it look more distinct that way. Okay. I have my equation here. What do I have to do here as a next move? Thinking about logically what we've been doing.
My mind.
What do we think? Avery, go ahead.
I was gonna say subtract 1 cube, but on both sides.
Very good. So we're going to, let me just rewrite it because we had 18 minus q. So to get those q's, our next move, once we have it look like this, we need to get our q's to one side. To do that, you look for the, what? The one that is smaller. And this negative q is in fact smaller. We bring it to the other side by adding that q. Okay, these cancel out over here. How many q's am I left with? Olivia? 4 plus 1 more q
Oh, so
is how many q's?
1, 2,
4 plus
Oh,
1
5.
more is
sorry, 5.
5 q's. Do you see that, Bridget? Plus what? 5q plus Carter?
I don't like to say 18.
Well, the 18 is going to be on the other side, but we have 5q plus.
3.
Very good. We cannot forget to bring that guy down. Since we didn't do anything with him, we got to bring him down.
3
Oh.
is a useless number.
Oh.
It will not help us in the
Let's-
future.
Exactly. Let's do the next move here. I got my x's on one side. Now I got to do my, that's my reverse
Psychology.
PEMDAS, exactly. PEMDAS, we're not doing psychology. I'm bad at psychology. I need to get my Q by itself. We need to use our reverse PEMDAS to get that Q isolated. Moving this constant here over to the other side by doing what to each side? Avery?
Subtracting 3 from each side.
Subtracting 3 from each side. Very good. This is an 18. 18, just wanted to make that clear. 18 minus 3 is going to leave us with what on the left, on the right side? Annie. 18 minus 3. 15, very good. 15. 15 is equal to, what are we going to be left with on the left? What do we think, Avery? Nice job, Jaden. 5Q. Almost went wrong hand. 5Q. I'm done. I got the Q's. It's only Q's.
Carter.
You're done?
Am I?
We're not.
Billy.
You have to divide on both sides.
Oh, because we need to get a single Q all by itself. So we got to undo. Nice job, Bridget. We have to undo that multiplication by dividing by 5. Divide by 5. We're going to get a Q equals how much?
3.
3. Nice job, Bridget.
We can get the answer like halfway through the problem. And she keeps going.
I know, she just keeps going. Like, I feel like she's doing pretty good with this stuff. Okay, now we got to pick a hard one. We got it. We got to do it.
A.
We're not doing A, Carter.
Okay. You know what? It's a choice between D and G.
No, it's a choice between A and A and A.
What if we were?
I say we go with A.
No, go
Let's
with
do
D.
D.
Well, G would be a little bit easier, in my opinion.
Yeah.
D or G? Wait, are we
It's
saying
almost like
D?
the one we did in the beginning.
I want to go
That's
with
why.
D just
Let me
because
get
it's
it.
Let's do D. Let's do D. We're doing it.
Yeah.
We're doing it. Slide number 7 for my friends at home. Friends at school, you're grabbing the next slide and we're going to paste it in. Okay, listen. Once again, I want you to take the first minute to not try to solve it, but to think about what is going to be your first move, or maybe you can do 2 moves at once if you would like. Think about it. What are we doing here? First move / moves if you want to do both of them at the same time.
First, we wonder why we didn't choose A.
We're going crazy.
This is the sister to A. You happy?
This is not the sister to A.
It's long.
This is the
sister to A would be B.
this is the kid to A.
This is D.
This is A's kid. I want you to think. Look at it. Look at one half and then the other half. Think, what would you do?
I was talking about the sister thing.
Oh, okay. Okay, there's a lot of first steps that we can do here.
I agree with you.
There are a lot of first steps that we can do here. What I want to start with is I want people to tell me, Bridget said the first thing that she did was she distributed. I have a question. I agree. I think that's a good first move. Is there anything, did anybody say that there's something that they would do before they distributed? No? What I have a question for you. What do you notice looking at this about each side? Avery.
That there's like, in a way, like no K by itself. Like, because the K on the left side is with multiplication.
Good.
The K on the other side is with division.
Okay. What else do we notice here? Jaden said that there's 2 minus 13s. There's 2 minus 13s. 1 on one side of the equal sign, 1 on the other side of the equal sign. So if we're maintaining equity in an equation means what? Doing what? To maintain equity, we do what? Whatever we do to one side, Avery, we do to the other side. So keeping that rule in mind, if I look at this, I have a negative 13 here, I have a negative 13 here. If I add 13, what happens to both of those 13s, those negative 13s? Olivia?
We both crossed out.
They both cancel out. So yes, we could distribute first, but if we do that, we're going to have these constants that we're going to have to deal with. So when you're looking at an equation, if you have like a plus 7 and a plus 7 on equal side, on both sides, they cancel each other out.
Yay.
Boom. So then that's one less thing that we have to combine later on.
And then we distribute.
And then we have this 2 parentheses 4x plus 3 is equal to 2 parentheses 18 minus k. And then I would push you and I'd say, what do you think, Olivia?
Like I can tell you the answer after distributing.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to distribute and Olivia's going to give me her answers. Good. Go ahead.
I said 8x plus 12 equals 36
Yeah.
minus k,
Minus how many k's?
1.
Ooh, but it's 2 times 1.
Also then 2.
Minus 2k. Very good. Yes. So here's the dealio. When you have an equation like this, you're not always going to be able to cancel out on each side. This just so happened, and I wanted to show you that when you have equal values on each side, so if it was like a 13x and a 13x, both of those would still cancel out. Isabella?
Where should I fall from?
No, not 12.
6.
It was 6. I'm sorry. She said 6. I wrote 12. I don't know why I wrote 12.
No, I think I said 12. I meant 6.
Good catch, Isabella. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Math detectives. Okay, almost done. Now, oh, this guy's not bad. Look at that. We did 2 steps, and now we're looking pretty decently okay. Now, oh gosh, okay. Now I have 2 different variables here. Why do I have 2 different variables? This is a cat.
That's exactly what I did, but I didn't even look at the board. I did 8x. That's the only one.
Because we always use x. Okay, so I have, let me go closer to the camera. I always do this. Okay, so I have an 8K plus 6 is equal to 36 minus 2K. Oh gosh. So I have it, it's looking some sort of way. What's my next move here? Amy, what are you thinking?
Adding 2K to each side.
Why?
Because you want one like the K on one side.
We want to get K's to one side. And our rule for that, for which one do we move? We always say to ourselves, we look for the smaller one. Good. And that negative 2K is the smaller of the two. Good. And Bridget's saying subtract negative 2K from each side, which means the same thing as doing what to each side?
We subtract.
Well, it's already subtract, so to cancel it out, we add it, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Add 2K. So Bridget said subtract negative 2K. Subtracting a negative is like adding a positive. So we're adding 2K to each side. Okay? So an 8K and a 2K combines to how many Ks?
Wait, what's my 8K?
This is right here. Let me make it a little bit nicer. 8K, 2K. How many Ks am I gonna have? 8 plus 2 is? Annie? 10. 10K is equal to, 10K. Oh, Miss Jermaine, don't get ahead of yourself. 10K. And what comes down next to it? Plus the 6, good. Is equal to, how much is left on the right side? 36. Okay, oh, this is gonna be nice. This is gonna come out nicely. Okay, I gotta get my X by itself, my K by itself. What is my next move and why? Olivia,
You're gonna subtract 6.
why do you say that?
So that you can get rid of the 6.
Yep,
And then you can do your final move after you subtract 6.
good. We want to get rid of the constant or the number by itself on each side. So we subtract 6 from each side. We're going to get 30 is equal to what's left? 10K, very good. I'm going to write this up here. 10K is equal to 30. Just so you know where I'm coming from. And then if I want to get that K by itself, Avery,
Divide 10 on each side.
divide by 10 on each side. Very good, Bridget. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. Because this is attached to multiplication. Undo it by dividing by 10 on each side. K is equal to how much? How much? 3. Very good. Nice job, Billy and Avery and Bridget. Woo!
That's like the only person answering home.
I think she's tired. I think we're tired. It's a long week, guys. We went from only being on the computer till 11, really. I mean, then you had specials and stuff, but like really 11. And then now we're going all day. So it's a little bit tricky. Okay, so here is the dealio. Let me tell you. Okay? So on the stream tonight, we're going to do A at a later point. Not Monday. Maybe Monday. I'm not sure. I have to decide. We are doing A at the later point. But what I'm going to post on there is I did this lesson with the algebra kids. So I created a video going through all 10 of these.
Yeah.
Okay? No. I'm not saying you need to watch it. I'm saying it is there in case you want to better your skills and take a look at some of these more challenging ones. I'm going to make it available to you. You don't have to watch it because it's kind of it's like 20 minutes, but it's going to be available to you. Just letting you know that. We're going to do a couple of these. I'm going to sprinkle these into the next few lessons. Jane Ramos, I'm really jealous of your popcorn right now. I wish I had some.
He has popcorn And you didn't share any with me?
What we're gonna do to close for today is we're gonna go down and we're gonna take a mask break.
What about that?
I know, that's why we're going to do it right now. So we are going to take our mask break. I'm gonna listen, before you go,
Thank you.
I'm gonna tell you what the homework is. On the last slide,
He heard me and he.
on the last slide, there is an Ed puzzle video. It should take you 10 minutes to complete. You don't have to open it now. Don't open it now. It's clever, okay?
Open it now.
I'm gonna throw you guys in the waiting room. We're gonna go down for our mask break. So people at school, if you wouldn't mind, you can get yourself ready for that mask break. Ellie is here. Ellie Karras is here. Stop it. That's crazy.
Oh my God.
Wait, what are they doing for the Ed puzzle? What is it?
There's questions on it. I'm not gonna tell you.
Tell us what.
It's funny, okay?
And now you gotta share the class.
No, don't open it. Don't ruin it.
What?
Isabel, that's what you do?
She knows. She knows. Okay. I'm going to stop my share. I'm going to stop this recording.